Hey, so welcome. This site is called Take What Rings True. And today I want to talk about New Year, New You. Usually I share mostly things that are spiritual. And today I want to talk about some spiritual things about the new year. So I have a new computer. So it won't let me go on Facebook. It's blocked me because I was going too fast. Never heard that one before. Um, so it took me a while to get on. Hi, Marlene. Yay. So I don't know about you, but the end of 2024 was very, very odd for me. Christmas was not Christmas. Christmas Eve was not Christmas. It was mostly life stuff. And instead of sitting at the computer yesterday, I was at the hospital. So I'm fine. Just a false alarm. But it's just so weird. The end of this last year. So I'm hoping that's the end of all this. But it is not the end of all the upheaval, the weirdness, the chaos, the changes in weather. All that is going to continue. So we all need to create a bubble and put ourselves in the bubble and then allow ourselves to just flow with life because things are not going to be normal. There's going to be a new normal. And most anyone who's listening to this is going to go to the fifth dimension because that's what your soul has chosen. And if not, that's okay too. You're staying in the third dimension. But life is still going to change, whether you're going to 5D or you are staying in 3D. So hi, Hilda. Hi, Bob. So this time period is a time for us to stay with ourselves and to send out any positive energy we can. So we can send out positive energy to the areas that are having wars, the areas who have strife, the people who have strife. So think of sending a bubble of hope or a bubble of love or a bubble of strength to everyone in the world who needs it. And let the angels deliver it. The angels can deliver it in a second. There's throngs and throngs, thousands and thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of angels. Use them. As the saying goes, there's many angels who are unemployed. Employ those angels. Ask them to be with you. Surround yourself with a circle of angels. Ask them to protect you. The rule on earth is you must ask for angels to help you and be specific. You have your personal angel who makes sure you're okay and following your chart. And if somebody runs a stoplight and you're not supposed to get hurt, then they will make sure that you don't get hurt. But they don't interfere with your chart. So you have a life chart and angels help you, guide you to get on that path. And your spirit guide, obviously a guide, helps to keep you on your path. But you must ask for angels to help you, and you need to be specific. If you want them to heal you, you need to say, please heal me, heal my liver, heal my body, go through my body and scan it and heal anything that you can. Take me to the healing lab, which reminds me I'm doing a free build your own healing lab, 45-minute session. And I'll see if I can put it on here, but I don't think I can because it's a new computer. But I will put it in comments. Anyway, this is a time period where things are shifting, things are changing, things are not going to be the same. So put yourself in a bubble of light. White light is God's love, God's light, God's Holy Spirit. You can put yourself in an emerald green light of healing. You can put yourself in a blue light of tranquility. Just put yourself in some protected sphere. and then go with the flow. You cannot control everything that's happening on earth. So send bubbles of love or hope or whatever it is to those places, those events, those people. And then take care of the people in your sphere. I've talked about this before. Mother Teresa, the nun that would take care of people, said, you cannot help everyone. Help the person that's nearest to you, then help the next person who's nearest to you. So take care of your family and your friends. And the world is going to be changing, and let it change. One reason it's so chaotic and such upheaval is because the earth needs to reset. And in order to reset, then things need to come to light. So we have governments and politicians and leaders who are coming up right now. Some of them are being deposed. Others are being shown to be their true selves. The truth in what's happening in laws and events are coming out now, because the truth needs to come out. The hate needs to be shown so it can wear away and flatten. Because we're trying to get to a time right now so that we can go to the fifth dimension. So stuff's coming up for us. All the old wounds are coming up. All the yucky stuff that happened that we didn't deal with, that's coming up now so we can deal with it and then get on with our life in a more calm fashion. So if all of a sudden you're thinking about, oh, that time when I was 5 years old and this yucky thing happened to me, look at it. Notice the emotion about it. Acknowledge it, and then let it go. If you need to go kick a box or two or throw a pillow, go ahead and do that. But things are coming up for you to look at, to face, and then let go. If you need help, then ask your angels, your spirit guides, go to a healer, go to a therapist if you need to. But mainly just ask your spirit guide and your personal angel to help you work through that and let it go. If you acknowledge it, notice the emotion, take a breath and let it go. A lot of times it will go. If it doesn't, then contact somebody. You can contact me. I'll help you go through that. So this is a new opportunity, a new year. So things have shifted now. So what do you want in your life? How do you want your life to go? So don't make the grand plans, because that's probably not going to happen. But do have a focus. Is there something you want to accomplish this year? Start it now. You want to become an author, start writing. You want to get a new job, start looking. Tell the universe what you want and be specific. Don't say, I want a new job. Okay. Do you want night shift, day shift? Do you want to work at McDonald's, or you want to work in a big corporation? Be specific. And also be specific in time. Do you want it as soon as possible? Or do you want it 17 years from now? Because there is no time on the other side. So make sure you are time specific. So decide what you want happening in your life, because you're going to carry that forward into the new dimension when we enter that new dimension, which right now is the void, the beginning. Those are two of the names for it. Because when you look at it, when you're in it, it seems to be darkness, and it seems to have nothing there because it hasn't been created, and we are the ones creating it. So don't narrow your focus. Don't say, okay, I'm going to have a nice house and I'm going to be feeling good. That would be the simple way to focus, and not say, I want a rose-colored cottage. I want a picket fence. I want 17 dogs and 3 cats. And don't limit yourself. Who knows? Maybe when we get to the fifth dimension, you can have a unicorn, or maybe it will be a totally different kind of a house that's available to you. Maybe it'll be a bubble. Who knows? So don't limit yourself. So think of what you want and make sure right now you are starting what you want to continue. Don't say, okay, I am going to write a book, and then you never started. You have to be on the path. So step on the path of what you want. If you don't step on the path, the universe cannot help you. If you just say it over and over again, that's not getting there. I told you about my friend, I won't say her name, but my friend who kept saying she wants a companion in her life. She wants a companion in her life. She wants a companion in her life, but she never did anything to move towards that companion. You have to actually commit. So if you want to start a new path, you need to commit to that path. And then the angels can help you. If you don't commit, not going to happen. So take a breath. Know the world is changing. We're changing, actually physically changing. If you're moving to the next dimension, you chose not to stay in the third dimension. You are physically changing. Your vibration is changing. Your body is changing. One of my friends went to the eye doctor because she thought she was losing her vision. She was upgrading and she'd done it too quickly. So she was seeing spots. She was seeing disillusion. Well, I don't know if that's the right word, disillusion. But I know that's happened to me when I upped my vibration too fast. All of a sudden, I couldn't see clearly. It's like all the words, all the pictures were in two different spaces, and felt a little dizzy. And my vision was just totally off. An hour or two later, I was okay. My friend was not, so she went to the doctor. But just now, that's not to say if there's something wrong with your eyes, don't go to the doctor. Please remember, doctors were put on earth to help us. They're part of the fifth ray of God. And then you need to decide for yourself what is right for you. If the doctor tells you something, you need to review that. Is that true for you or not? So, new year, new you. The resolutions that people make are sometimes good and sometimes not. But be able to evolve them. Say you want to learn pickleball, and then you start pickleball and you go, I don't like this. Then don't continue. Choose something else to be active. Maybe you want to say you want to be more active this year, not just limit yourself to one little thing, a pickleball. What do you want this year? What would make your heart sing? What would bring you joy? Focus on the things that would bring you joy. You want a new job? Which one would bring you joy? You want to move to a new town? Which one would bring you joy? You want to buy some new clothes? What colors, what patterns, what textures would bring you joy? Stop just allowing yourself to accept things. Now's the time to just think about what would bring you joy. In every decision. If you're deciding to go on vacation, which one would bring you the most joy? Going to Europe, going to the town next door, camping, or staying in a 5-star hotel? What would bring you joy? So let's make that the focus of this year. What will bring you joy? And if you focus on that, instead of all this stuff happening that you can't control, your life will be much happier. Now, we're not going to be able to control our government. We're not going to be able to control our weather. We're not going to be able to control our weird laws that are affecting us now, whatever it is in the outside environment. Just let that flow. If it's something you're worrying about, it's probably not something you should be thinking about. If it's something out of your control, then stop worrying. If you're ill, well, fine. Then make a path. Talk to your spirit guide, talk to your angel, and say, okay, I believe I'm ill. Who should I go to? Please give me infusion about the doctor I should go to, the clinic I should go to, the hospital I should go to, and then ask for them to help. Ask to be healed. You can be healed miraculously. Ask to be in remission if you have cancer or you have some kind of, what do you call that? Degenerative disease. Ask for what you want. And focus on the positive path instead of the negative. So, I've told this before. When I crushed my wrist, the doctor announced I was going to have arthritis. And I said, no, I'm not. Because he's not in charge of my life. He's not in charge of my chart. And I don't have to accept that into my life. It's not mandatory that I have arthritis. So I'm not going to have arthritis. So make sure when people make decisions for you that it's something you want to accept. If it's not something you want to accept, then negate it. As Rahim, my friend Sylvia's spirit guide, would say, wear a rubber band and snap the rubber band and say, nope, not my truth. Or just tap your wrist. You know, when you do that, you'll say, nope, I'm negating whatever was said. Not my truth. Or he would think of an audio, like a tape recorder or a CD player in your head. And you think of, okay, eject that. You know how if people are sending you negative thoughts and then you get reaction to that, or your mom, your dad, your mentor, your advisor says something that's like, I don't think so. That's not my truth. Then think of like, eject that idea. If you feel like you're being psychically attacked or you have dreams that are just totally yucky, it's probably because you did not protect yourself before you went to sleep with angels around you, deflecting the negativity, protecting you. If you have those yucky dreams, then you need to eject those thoughts. If they're playing that audio, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I shouldn't be here. I'm not worthy. Whatever your audio is that plays in your head, eject it. Eject it. Stop accepting those negative ideas that other people are planning for you. As Eleanor Roosevelt, the president's wife, FDR's wife, said, other people's opinions are none of my business. So stop accepting other people's opinions. They're not your business. That's their point of view about you and your chart. They do not know you and your chart. Only you know you and your chart. So stop accepting other people's ideas, other people's opinions, other people's declarations of what you should do. You should not become an airline pilot. You should not move to Alaska. You should not, whatever it is. That's their opinion. So take a breath and then think about, what do you want this year? Do you want to move to a new location? Do you want a new job? Do you want to become an author? Do you want to take more walks? Do you want to spend more time meditating? Well, then that's your resolution. What is it that you want? And then work towards that. Ask the angels to help you. Ask your spirit guide to help you. And say it out loud. Unless you have given your spirit guide permission to read your thoughts, they have no clue. As the saying goes, you ask for help. Did you want help getting a hot dog? Do you want help figuring out what's wrong with you? Do you want help getting a new job? What do you want help with? You need to be specific. So, new year, new you. Take some time today and think about, what do you want? What do you want? Don't limit yourself to, I want the rose-colored cottage, and I want a picket fence, and I want it to be on Susie Street. Maybe that's the house that you've always liked and you want to buy it. Go ahead and buy that. But don't limit the possibilities, because the possibilities and the probabilities are many. And if you limit yourself too much, you don't open up the opportunities. When I brought in channeling again, learned to channel again, the angels took me to the edge of a cliff. I've told this story before. Took me to the edge of a cliff, and I could see all these people down below, and I could see all these paths. So when I channel, I usually get like 3 or more paths, probabilities of people. Say you want to do a job. There's like more than one probability. It's the one you choose. So don't limit yourself to a tiny one that could be very limiting in your life. So no, there's more than one opportunity. You know the story of, okay, you're supposed to have a house. In your life chart, it says you're going to have a house. Well, the house could be the shack on the alley. The house could be the beautiful house on the hill. The house could be a little tiny cottage in the woods. It could be a cabin. There's many possibilities to fulfill your chart. So don't limit what you're asking for. Rahim would say, Sylvia's Brown spirit guide would say, instead of asking for money to pay for a bill that you have, ask for perfect wealth. Ask for the entirety of your life to have enough money for yourself to pay your bills, to have fun, to go on vacation, and to give to others. Perfect wealth. The same thing with health. Don't ask for them just to the universe. Don't ask for the universe just to heal your broken toe. Ask for the universe to give you perfect health for the rest of your life. Now, if you have something written in your chart, like you will have measles, then you will have measles. But the rest of the time, that's not in the chart. You don't have to get every cold. You don't have to get every flu. You know, that stuff can be negated. So, new year, new you. What would bring you joy? That's the most important thing that you can think about today. What will bring you joy? So in every aspect of your life, you can go through the aspects of your life. Okay, your health. What would bring you joy in health? Maybe you need to walk more. Maybe you need to stand up more straight. You know, put your shoulders back. What is it that would make you feel better, that would bring you joy? Okay, in your relationship with people, friends, family, what would bring you joy? In your job, what would bring you joy? In your living situation, what would bring you joy? And don't be afraid to change your situation. I know some people are in a horrible relationship, but they don't know what they would do for money. They don't know where they would go. Well, if you don't want to be in that horrible relationship, then go to a shelter, go to a halfway house, make some plans ahead of time, call, you know, if you're a senior, call, what is that Alliance on Aging. There's senior centers. They can give you advice about, okay, I want to leave my destructive husband, and how can I do that? Where can I go? And they'll give you help. So make a decision. Each area of your life, what would bring you joy? And that's my suggestion for your resolutions, is to go through the areas of your life and then figure out what would bring you joy this year. And maybe it's no changes at all, and that's okay. Maybe you just want to be in the moment, be present, realize what a nice life you have, what a nice family you have. And instead of spending all your time thinking about the future, be present with your family. Notice your little niece, notice your brother-in-law, notice whoever, you're at the family barbecue. Be present. Enjoy the time you have instead of thinking about the past or thinking about the future, which hasn't happened yet. And the past is already gone. Be in the present. You'll be so much more happy if you are in the present. If you're having trouble with the world, trouble with your relatives, trouble with people around you, then use your tools for protection. If you don't know what they are, then contact me or somebody else and we'll give you a list of tools for protection. But mainly, I wish you all joy this year. And I wish you to stay in the present and enjoy the present. If you're going on a walk, then enjoy the walk. Enjoy the trees around you. Go hug a tree. They really are healing. Go hug a tree. Enjoy the people around you. If you don't enjoy the people around you, why are you being around them? Go be with your tribe. Go be with someone that makes you feel joyous, that makes you feel good. And stop accepting what society says you should be doing, you should look like, you should feel like. You decide what's true for you. And mainly, please, please, please focus on what would bring you joy. If you are focused on that, then a lot of that other stuff falls by the wayside, especially people's opinions of you. Once you realize that you are in control of your thoughts, you're in control of your reactions, then that silly person who comes up and tells you, oh, that's an ugly dress. It's like, that's their opinion. I love this dress that I'm wearing. And it's not their job to tell you whether it's a great dress, a not great dress. If you love it, then you love it. Too bad for them. Too bad they don't have good taste. Make it your thing. So today, focus on something that brings you joy. And the next time someone criticizes you, states their opinion about you, tells you what you should do, stop and think, is this my truth? If it's not your truth, then ignore them. That's their opinion. That's their judgment. It's not yours. Stand in your truth. Sylvia Brown and Francine, I was looking for a last name, Francine Spirit Guide, would say that often. Stand in your truth. Don't let other people tell you what you should believe. You are a wonderful person. You are unique unto yourself. No one else in the whole universe is you. So no one else in the whole universe can tell you what's true for you, because you are your own unique person. And I'm so glad you joined me today. Thank you for joining me. I have a blog post that came out today, and I'll post that on YouTube and on Facebook. I'm not sure that YouTube went to my Take What Rings True site, it may have gone to my personal site. The thing about new computers is there's little glitches. We'll see. Thank you for joining me. Please find joy today and focus on joy in your life this year. This new year, let's focus on joy. Thank you, guys. Bye. Hi, Marissa, Chris, Deb. Bye. Let's see. Finish.